Hey guys, Throwback Thursday is back with us once again here on the Northern Soul YouTube channel, and I've got something very, very cool to show you that I acquired not too long ago, and I would model it for you, but it's a little bit small for my big fat head. I picked up this early lacrosse helmet, and it is small. I'm not even going to try and get this on my head because it's going to sit like here. I'm not going to get it on. I don't want to try and unpeel the buckles here because this is basically a leather helmet. And I'll tell you what, for what it is, I think this is in incredible condition. We're missing a little part of the buckle here that attaches to the helmet. Other than that, it's structurally pretty sound. I mean, there's a break in it here, but the stitching's all intact. There's a little break in it there. I think if I tried to undo the chin strap, this leather might break, but it's in great condition. There's a couple of players' names on it. You might not be able to make out. It just says Wood there, and on here it says there's a name here. It says JC Pargeon, I think it is. Pargeon. JC Pargeon. We can see here it is a early Baccarat raisin helmet. The Peck Hour model. We see the logo on the top of the helmet there, and the model number is the 35-LH. LH has got to be a lacrosse helmet, hasn't it? 35, I don't know what the 35 stands for. So if there is any old timers out there that, you know, might be able to tell me what that model number actually means, the 35, you know, is it from 1935? Maybe, don't know. I mean, it is an early helmet. It's very, very cool. And I actually picked this one up on eBay. So, you know, it's a little bit kind of out of shape. I'm guessing if you kind of pulled that down to where it should be and fixed it, it's a little bit better. Little bit bent out of shape. The peak's a little bit bent. But, you know, I can imagine that for a long while, it's just sat in someone's garage, or sorry, garage. It'll be sat there somewhere, probably under a whole lot of other old stuff, and you know, I'm kind of glad that, you know, it's survived. It's not been thrown away. And then people like me can add it to our collection of crazy old lacrosse gear. I mean, in terms of kind of where the game would have come from with, you know, no helmets to having a helmet, it's got a face mask on it. I mean, when you look at modern helmets now and you think, damn, it's got one central bar, there's a curved bar here, and not a lot going on here or here, you know. A small child could crawl in there. Certainly a lacrosse ball. Pretty unusual. Talking of lacrosse balls, instead of doing a separate video, I'm going to show you another ball, because I'd forgotten until this moment I'd even got this. Bear with me one moment. I am back. Thought I'd just go and get it. I was going to pause and edit it, but I thought I'd just go and get the ball. So here, I'm going to open this thing up. Now, you may have seen a couple of other videos I've done over the years of old balls I've got. You know, not those kind of videos. You know, vintage lacrosse balls. But let me open this thing up. And I'll show you something pretty interesting. So, it says on one side here, T. Ives and Sons best match warranted. And first thing you notice about this ball is, you know, this thing ain't bouncing. There's no real bouncing. I'm not going to bounce in case I crack it. But it's got a seam. It's got like a really weird kind of seam. And in a way, it kind of reminds me of a cricket ball. On the front here, this is the interesting part of this ball. So when I bought this ball, again, this was a cool eBay purchase. There are some cool eBay things out there if you could, like vintage lacrosse gear, if you manage to buy it before I do or outbid you. But there's some really cool stuff I've picked up over the years, and this is kind of one of the things. So it says athletic supplies, athletic supplies. And it says here, James W. Brine Co. Inc. at 92 Summers Street. So it's a brine ball. Underneath it there it says Boston, Mass. And then here it says established 18, I can't quite read that. I want to say maybe 70. But then here's the really interesting part. It says at the bottom, made in England. So this lacrosse ball was actually made here in England. And it's back in England, having been purchased on eBay. And it doesn't actually say lacrosse on it, but it's a brine ball, you know, and I'm pretty certain, you know, Boston, Mass. I'm not sure they did anything else back then for other sports. I know Brian's dabbled in, I'm pretty sure they did some soccer stuff for a period, but I can't imagine they ever made cricket balls. No, they obviously sourced a manufacturer here in England. And I will have to do a bit of research to see who T. Ives and Sons actually were. But there we go, a vintage ball. Now, whether this ties up with the same kind of time period of this helmet, well, I think it's got to be there or thereabouts, isn't it? I don't know, well, a bit more research there and see if we can find out. But very cool lacrosse ball. Very cool helmet, both in incredible condition. So, hope you enjoyed our little visit to Throwback Thursday. And like I say, sorry for not modelling the helmet, just can't get it on this big old fat dome. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Hope you enjoyed today's video.